Hello, it's Recovery Month. I'm Nathan. It's 1996. If you don't know why, look at all the other videos and it will be explained. 96. 30 years since we won the World Cup. The Euros are being held in England. I can feel it. We've got the team, got the dynamic. Venables is in charge. We've been winning games. This is in the bag. We're going to win this one. We're going to win it. To the Germans, on penalties, again. Oh, exactly. Might as well take it off. What else happened in this year of our Lord? Charles and Diana get divorced. Mad cow disease is rife. The old mad cow disease thing. By now, I should be dead anyway for other reasons, potentially. But I think we was all going to die of a disease that began with the word sponge, didn't we? I'm sure we did. I remember that anyway. Osama bin Laden has moved to Afghanistan. DVDs have landed in Japan. The Duvda has landed. My dad has to stop at this point ranting on about how he made the right decision to buy a VHS and not a Betamax to our next door neighbour Steve. So Steve will be delighted. He was gutted when the video van didn't have any Betamax videos on it. And if you're a youngster, you're probably wondering what the bloody hell I'm bleating on about. The Spice Girls have got their number one, but to balance that off, Marilyn Manson's doing quite well. Didn't used to like Marilyn Manson, but as time has progressed, and I've seen some interviews with him, he seems an incredibly intelligent guy, and I grew to be a bit of a fan and started listening to him. I might listen to some after I've finished speaking to you. So, what have I been up to today? Well, after yesterday's, I was irritable yesterday. I was stressy. Everything was wrong. Even the other half, as I was laying in bed, she was going, you know, what is it really? Trace your steps back. When did you first started being annoyed? I said May the 4th, 1978. So I was, but better today, I shall tell you for why. What have I been up to? Went to a meeting. So that the charity that's asking me to do this, the Fantastic Futures in Mind, asked me go. I won't bore you with the details. Asked me to go to a meeting with important people talking about important stuff, about how this whole dark art mystery of this stuff and the services you get or don't get or know of get administered. So that's where I've been. And went to the huge offices where all this was done. Very, very strange for me. Obviously, coming from the environment as I have in a previous life, where I was, working in commercial banking. But the layout of the office was very, very similar. When we went up and the three ladies who are with Jane, Ali, and Sophie. Sophie, if you're watching, I just say hello. I think you're a legend, and it was lovely talking to you. So we went up into these offices, very similar layouts to when I used to be in the bank, and I don't know why it wasn't excitement or reminiscing. I got chills. I got bloody chills right down my back, just looking out into what was a very familiar scenario with a vast myriad of emotions running through me. But they weren't bad goosebumps. It was like, you're still here. You're still kicking. Despite everything, you're still standing. And, whatever anyone thinks, don't care. You're here. And that in itself is a miracle. So, I felt good. It was very, very interesting to be in that and hear about the workings and and what goes on in order to make all this stuff happen. To the people involved, whether they be Open Road, Sharps, Futures in Mind, Phoenix Futures, whatever banner they've put over themselves, because without those operating as they do, interconnecting, and even probation, the conversations that Open Road had with probation, that Futures in Mind have had with probation for me, the secret of the non-voluntary work is out, have been instrumental in both me getting detoxed, getting rehabilitated and having structure afterwards. And without those people there, admittedly with the foundation of me underneath, I'm not going to discredit myself. Obviously, I needed to put the effort in, but without those there, my life would be a shambles, quite frankly. I'm very grateful, and it was nice to be a part of it. I shall say no more than that. So yesterday's irritability, people asking me left, right, and centre if I was okay. I am now. I got up and I was reading some bits and bobs in bed last night. And there was a wonderful thing about the. I can't remember who it was. Some very old, very wise Chinese person who said, "Make tea very slowly and thoughtfully, as if that moment were the axle of a wheel, and the wheel spinning around it is all the world. You're that moment is the foundation and the steadying moment while all manner of shenanigans goes on around it." It sounded very lovely, it sounded very calming. I made my tea very slowly this morning because of it. I love all that. I'm easily sold to on the spiritual front, you've probably gathered, if I'd be in full ceremonial garb if I had my choice. And I made my tea slowly, I moved slowly. And I thought today, I'm gonna give myself the day off. Well, gutted, obviously we're knocked out by the Germans, but I'm gonna give myself the day off. I'm gonna give myself some affirmation. I'm gonna say, Nathan, you're doing good. And I've deliberately just approached life slower. I've paused. I've appreciated the moments. I've enjoyed meeting a whole plethora of different colourful and wonderful characters today. I've enjoyed each and every one of their company, and their stories, and just being around human beings full stop. Enjoyed walking back through town, just ambling around and just taking time. It's so easy. I was just, you get caught up on this bloody, on the treadmill of yourself, talking yourself into these situations. Not today. I've declared, join me, if you will, in being chilled out, giving yourself a pat on the back, whether you are recovering, whether you're abstinent, whether you're still in active addiction and planning to get off of it, or coping with life, however you cope with it, whatever you do, to juggle existence in general, whether that be with mental health issues, substance abuse, and all the other very, very difficult things many of us cope with, and it isn't easy. And everyone deserves a well done for just making the effort. There you go, I've said it. By the power vested in me by the infinite energy of the universe that's in everyone, I'm telling everyone to chill out. And I'm even doing this. I'm doing this video earlier than I usually would to give myself a bit of a break. I'm going to clean out the hamster. You can't see it, but there's a hamster back there, and I love her. She's called Drage. Don't ask why. She's like a spoiled teenager. She ruins her cage. She kicks the sawdust up against the side of the cage. She eats too much. She's very lazy. Very rarely gets up. She's too fat. You can see her little chubby body moving around because she doesn't really care about anyone other than herself and me. I'm not sure if she just comes to taunt me of an evening because she doesn't like me or she's deeply in love. Because she comes around, and wherever I am, if she's in her ball, she will nestle herself between my feet and just sit there. I think, having said that, I have said to the other half, I find this bloody annoying and keep putting her back to where she comes, and then so she can do the circuit again. But let's just say she loves me. Scenes are all about love and chilling out and being calm and giving ourselves the day off and giving myself the day off from being stressed. Loosey goosey today. So I'm going to keep it relatively short because I'm having a break. Tonight it's 1996. The football's not on, That's been done. So I'm going to watch Jerry Maguire. It's a toss-up between Jerry Maguire and Independence Day. I've said I'm going to listen to a bit of Marilyn Manson. What's more relaxing than that? I I've got 2 litres of iron brew that's going to get absolutely smashed to pieces, and enough Space Raiders to ground a rhino. Remember Space Raiders? They still do them. Go out and buy some wonderful. I think originally they were from the 80s, but you know, they've got the whole nostalgia vibe going on. I've got enough nostalgic sweets up there due to keeping my sugar levels pinned up somehow over there are going to do serious damage to an adult human. So all of those are going to be consumed, and I'm just going to ride the wave of chill. So easy now, take it easy. I don't know what that was, Asian probably. And just have a lovely evening, and know that for whatever reason, that at this second right now I'm in a bloody good mood, and that might change as we know within the next 2 minutes. So I'm going to end this now and say I'll see you tomorrow. I'm 18 now as well. I'm an adult. I can do what I like. Oh God, that could be disastrous. But whatever it may be, peace, love, as I always say, and I'll catch up with you tomorrow. Bye bye.